Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I just want to say, call hello Yahweh, Bahashem Yah Shai, Yahweh Bahashem Yah Shai Barakathan, the elders tell us the truth. Yahweh Bahashem Yah Shai Barakathan, to the brothers in the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth. Okay, today, without further ado, I want to get into the breakdown of the book of Daniel from verses 1 to 28. Okay, let's get to it. All right. All right. Okay. The book of Daniel. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 1. It says, in the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. So verse 1, okay, Daniel, he's on his bed, okay, and the Most High gave him dreams and visions, okay, all right. Okay, verse 2, Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea. So verse 2 is speaking about, okay, Daniel said he sees the four winds. Okay, the winds come from the north, south, east, and west. Okay, stroving upon the great sea. Okay, basically the great sea he's speaking about is the Mediterranean Sea. All right. All right, let's go to verse 3. Verse 3 says, and four beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. So Daniel seen in his vision, okay, four beasts, okay, coming out of the sea. They were different from another. Now, a lot of times, when the prophets are speaking prophetically, and it speaks about a sea, okay, basically it's talking about tongues, peoples, and nations. All right, let's get a precept for that. Let's go to Revelation 17, verse 15, real quick. Okay, Revelation 17, verse 15 says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest were where the whore sitteth, or peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Okay, so basically, if you go up a little further, okay, it was a vision, okay, that John seen, that this whore was sitting on many waters, okay, and right here it says that the waters represents, okay, peoples, multitudes, and nations. All right, so let's get back to Daniel. Okay, now that was verse 3. Okay, let's go to verse 4 now. All right, verse 4 says, the first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. So basically the first beast, basically what they was talking about in verse 4 was basically the Syrian Empire, okay? And basically it was a griffin, okay? It was like a lion, with wings. That represents a griffin, okay? And then it goes on to say, and I beheld till the wings thereof was plucked. Okay. So basically, when the wings were plucked, okay, that's when the Babylonians conquered, okay, the Syrian Empire, okay, because the Syrian Empire was widespread, okay, basically with the wide wings, the big wings, they were spread all over the place. But the Babylonians, they plucked them wings, okay, they conquered them, all right, okay, okay, and when it speaks about, okay, when it says, okay, that it was like a man that stood upon his feet, okay, basically it was the empire was very, very powerful, okay, very, very powerful and strong. All right, let's go to verse 5. Okay, verse 5 said, and behold, another beast. It's like it. Verse 5, and behold, another beast, a second, like a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise, devour, and conquer. Okay, now verse 5, okay. Verse 5, the second beast was the Medo-Persian Empire. Okay. And basically those ribs, okay, those ribs represent Lydia, Egypt, okay, and Babylon. Okay. And when it says one side was stronger, was the Persians was basically stronger than the Medes. Okay. That's what it's talking about. All right. So far we got the first beast that he's seen. Okay, basically was the Syrian Empire that was conquered by the Babylonians. Okay, the second beast he's seen was the basically was the Medo-Persian Empire. Okay, and those 3 ribs it was a bear. Okay, and those 3 ribs that was in the bear's mouth. Okay, basically was the Lydia, Egypt, and Babylon. Okay, those were the 3 ribs that was in the mouth. Those 3 empires. Okay, real quick. Let me go to the precept. I got a precept, Daniel 8, 3 and 4. Real quick. Daniel 8 verse 3. It says, then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came first. Okay, basically the higher horn basically was the Persians. Okay, verse 4. I saw a ram pushing westward and northward and eastward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand. But he did according to his will and became great. Okay, so that ram they talk about in verse 4. Okay, that's the basically that's Alexander the Greek. Okay, that's what that is. Okay. All right, so let's go back to Daniel 7. Okay, I'm on verse 6. Okay, verse 6 says, and this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. So verse 6, this leopard that that Daniel's seen in the vision, he's talking about Alexander the Greek. Okay, and those 4 wings that he had was basically his 4 generals. Okay, and those names of the 4 generals was Cassandra, Ptolemy, Antigus, okay, and Seleucus. Okay, those were the four generals. Okay, real quick, let me go to two. I got two precepts. Let me go to Daniel, the 8th chapter, verse 5 and 8. Okay, Daniel 8 says, and as I saw, considering, behold, a he-goat came forth from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground, and the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. Okay, so basically let's talk about Alexander the Great. And verse 8 says, therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up four noticeable ones toward the four winds of heaven. Okay, those four that came up was basically his generals that I named already. Basically, my next precept, I want to go into first Maccabees. Real quick, where's my pocket at? All right. All right. This is first Maccabees. Where am I at? Okay, first Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 5. Okay, First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 5 says, and after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Verse 6, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. Okay, so basically he's talking about those four generals that he parted his kingdom with. Okay. No, I'm going to go ahead and read verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. Verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So basically, those four generals, they had dynasties, okay, in those kingdoms that Alexander the Great shared with him after his death. Well, before he died. All right, so I'm on verse 7. Okay. Verse 7 says, after this, I saw in a night vision, and behold, the fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Okay. So this last beast, okay, that Daniel seen in his vision, it was different from all the rest. All the rest of the beasts, you know. Now those first three beasts, okay, they were animals, okay. You had the lion, you had the bear, okay, and you had a leopard. Now this third one is a beast, okay, powerful beast. They said it had iron teeth. You know, this third beast was powerful, okay. I mean, the fourth beast was very, very powerful, okay. And this fourth beast, basically, it represents, you know, the ancient Roman Empire, okay. That's what this fourth beast represents, okay. And those 10 horns, okay, basically, what it was speaking about is basically was those rulers, okay, over there in Europe, that was those tribes, okay, that, you know, that the ancient Roman Empire conquered, You know, real quick. Let me see. Basically, that tribe. Those tribes were. Hold on. I got. Hold on 1 second. Those 10. Those 10 horns. I think I got them written down somewhere around here. 1 second. 1 second. So I had it written down here. 1 second. 1 second. Come on, this phone. One second, Slocky, y'all. 1 second. This chat is just going off the chain here. Let me cut this phone off. Okay, let me find these. One second. Let me put you on pause for 1 second.